Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Anchor TV Late Night. I'm your host, Max. I'm joined here with my co-host, Kelsie. Just to reiterate from our last episode, vapes are still banned here in Rhode Island, and that's something to keep in mind. In current events, the last water fire of the season is coming up Saturday, November 2nd. Full lighting. If you haven't been to water fire yet, we suggest you catch the last one of the season. For campus events, WXIN is sponsoring the Get Spooky event at Nelson Event Center this Thursday, October 24th at 225 Niantic Ave, Cranston. Dancing and snacks and costume contest will be held, so please wear your costume. In local headlines, Jennifer Lawrence was married in Newport this past Saturday. Many celebrities joined to celebrate the marriage of the actress to art gallery director Cook Maroney, including Kris Jenner, Cameron Diaz and her boyfriend Benji Madden, singer Adele, Sienna Miller, and Nicole Richie. The wedding took place at historical Belcourt Castle. In other important recent news, the Rhode Island DMV seeks a fee for paying in person. Now this means there will be a $15 in-person customer service fee upon coming in. Also, a $15 late fee will hit motorists renewing a license or registration that has expired. Over $1 million is expected in annual revenue from the walk-in customer service fees alone. More money would be expected if the late fees were put in place. And moving on to politics. Tonight, October 21st, is the Canadian elections to take place for the elect federal members of the House of Commons to the 43rd Canadian Parliament. Kelsie will be covering American news.
The Trump and President of Ukraine phone call. The Trump withheld military aid until Ukrainian officials investigated former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. This is the basis for the impeachment that is happening. And for weather.
In news weather. Tornado in Dallas leaves residents with no power. There are no deaths or serious injuries reported at this time, but police did report that power lines are down and debris has been spotted.
There have also been a few fire alarms in the Rick dorms this Saturday evening, the fourth floor of Sweet Hall. There were no injuries, and crew put out the minor flames, and the police are investigating what caused this fire.
Now, was this an inconvenience on campus for students?
Yes. I couldn't even come into the dorm hall. They were telling me you had to move your car, you have to go park somewhere else. I was worried about what was happening, but it just turns out it was just a little fire. But it was definitely an inconvenience to a lot of people.
Right. In more recent crime, Kelsie will be covering the local crime.
Venda Ravioli, the Rhode Island restaurant, reports theft of $60,000 during Columbus Day Festival. There were a couple envelopes locked in an office filing cabinet, and they were found to be gone on October 14th. There was evidence of forced entry in that filing cabinet.
Still being investigated, I'm sure.
Yes.
In other recent news, the suspect has been found for the Providence Hookah Nara Lounge stabbing. Joel Francisco, age 41, was found in New Braunfels, Texas, in a hotel room. His prior record shows that he is a former gang leader and he was on federal probation. And that is all our news for coverage for this week. Please join us next week for further news.